Hey guys, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. I much appreciate it, and thank you for the view and every subscribe, because all of those matter. Appreciate it. And yeah, I haven't been very consistent with my video posting, but it's because of school, and well, I just finished up school right now, so that was in the way. But now it's out of the way, I'll be more consistent with my videos. Every 2 weeks I'm going to post something here for you guys to watch, because I know that my subscribers love to see my videos. But yeah, this is gonna be a different type of video. My videos in the past have been more of like posing fitness videos, but this one's gonna be more of like a personal video. Like you get to know me, a question and answer. Because I ask people to send me questions via Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and I haven't looked through them yet, but I've got quite a few, so I'm gonna read out them and I'm gonna answer them, and I'm gonna be shouting out the people's names and their Instagrams and Snapchats. Alright, so I'm gonna get my iPad so I can open up the messages right now. And the first message is, when is your birthday and what grade are you in? Alright, so my birthday is October 27th, 2000, making me 16 years old. I don't know if you guys can see it, but a lot of people always tell me I look like 18, 20. Some people even mistake me for college. I don't understand that, but and the grade that I'm in right now is 11th grade. So I got one more year till I'm a senior. Pretty excited for that. Alright, so now I'm gonna read the second question, and it comes from Brito. Alright, so what made you decide at such a young age to pursue a healthy lifestyle while others worry about partying or sleeping? Well, that's a great question, because like about, let me see, middle school year, 7th grade, I was a little bit overweight. When I mean overweight, I was like greasy hair. I just was all around unhygienic. Everything about me was bad, and people at school, they just looked at me differently. Like, I would notice that people wouldn't like me, people wouldn't talk to me, and the worst part of it was that I was rude to them. And I know now that being rude is not the way to go, being humble is the way to go, but back then I knew nothing about fitness, I knew nothing about that, so I would just be like, go out and eat McDonald's, go out and eat stuff like that, just basically trash my health every single time. So one day I came to like a conclusion or something in my mind that I was like, no one likes me, like no one takes interest in talking to me, no one wants to be my friend, so what's the point? What's the point of life? What's the point of being on this earth if no one cares about me? So I started thinking, like, if I wasn't on this earth, it wouldn't make a difference. So I just started getting hit with bad thoughts, just thoughts of, like, I guess killing myself in a sense, but it was a horrible depression. I still remember going through that. I hope to never go through that again, I promise you. But one day, my parents did something that absolutely changed my life. I was never able to watch rated R movies because, I mean, of course I was underage. I was 13 at the time. But there was this one movie that caught my eye, and it was called Pain and Gain. It was with Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Johnson. Hey, shout out to them right there. They saved my life. But get this. I told them, I was like, can I watch this movie? Because it looks cool. I saw the trailer of it. And they were like, okay, yeah. And this was from my dad. And he usually doesn't allow me to do that type of stuff. But this time, it was like a blessing from the Lord. He saved my life. And to that, I'm grateful. But I watched the movie and I saw the guys and I was like, wow, they got badass bodies. They just, it's just crazy how their bodies like are so like I don't even know, but that's what I thought. That's what went through my mind, and I was like, why can't I do the same? Like, I mean, they did it, why can't I do it? What makes them different from me? We're all human. So the next day, I asked my mom, I was like, can I sign up for the gym? And she was like, are you gonna just brush that off to the side like you did when you wanted to play baseball, football, soccer, and all that? And I was like, no, I'm gonna be serious about this one. She believed in me a little bit at first, but she didn't really she didn't really think I was gonna last in it. But then yeah, I went in, I signed up, I started working out for a week. I loved it. So I continued working out, and I guess, I mean, the rest you could call history, because the bad thoughts about me just ending my life, it ended. And yeah, so it was probably just a life-changing moment watching that movie, and to that I'm thankful. So yeah, and I know now that partying and all that, that's once in a while it's alright, but I mean, overall, to make your life revolved around that, nah, I'd rather be doing something to improve my health, feel me? Not drinking, not none of that stupid stuff with people that have bad intentions in mind. Nah. Alright, now I'm gonna read off the next question. And how did you become so sexy? This is coming from a Felipa. I don't know. I guess this smile. I don't know. You tell me. Leave it in the comments or something. I want to know. Alright, so the next question now is, how do you progress in something that you love in life, given all the criticism in society nowadays? And it's from a Sophia. Alright, so the way I continue in society, especially in high school, because I know that high school right now, it could be very tough for a lot of kids. But I don't know, just ever since I started into the fitness industry, I just felt a lot of like confidence, if you know what I'm saying. Like, even if people judge me, like they say I'm like taking something, steroids and all that, I know deep down inside I'm not. They think what I do is stupid. They don't know why I do it. They don't like why I continue, why I'm so not obsessed. That's what lazy people call obsessed. Obsessed is a word for dedicated, because that's what I am to the gym and school. So as long as I'm doing good in school, as long as I'm doing good with my body and in the gym, it's all that matters. So they can say all they want, but they're not giving me the good grades, the good stuff, none of that. So, all right, so I'm gonna read off the next one. And what motivates you to continue doing what you love in life? And this is coming from a Yasmin. All right, so what motivates me to continue doing what I love in life? Basically, to not look how I used to. I mean, that would be really bad, especially at this age. But other than that, I just want to be like a positive role model. Like, I just want to be like someone that people look at and they're like, wow, I wish I could be like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be right now. I mean, if I motivate someone right now, that's all that matters. Like, that's what I do it for. I love being a positive influence on people's lives, but yeah, it's basically what motivates me. So, and just to look as good as I possibly can. That's it. But okay, so I'm gonna read another one. Do you plan on doing weightlifting competitions, or do you plan on just lifting to look good? And this is coming from Kyle. Alright, so weightlifting competitions, I've kind of been on edge. Like, I used to want, like back when I started, I did it just to look good. But then I started looking at like people, like lifters and stuff that were like competing and posing. I know that's what my YouTube page has been mostly about, but I don't know, I'm just kind of on edge about it. Like, if I do, I would want to become bigger, but taking all that enhancement stuff, nah, that's not really my stuff. But if I were to go into it, I would do bodybuilding, because I mean, right now I weigh like about 180. I'm trying to like cut up, get a little bit more cuts, striations and all that, but I don't know. As of right now, I'm just doing it for looks, all that, just discipline. That's basically what it's all taught me. So yeah, that's my view on that. Okay, so the next question is from Cameron, and it's, what is your view on steroids? Okay, so my view on steroids, it's not a harsh one, and it's not a nice one. So it's like in the middle. I've been offered countless times steroids, and every single time I always deny it, because I've come to learn that our bodies go through a lot on a daily basis, and our kidneys, everything, our liver, they go through a lot in a day, and I don't want to really I just don't want to damage it. Like, I know it's gonna sound like corny or something, but I just don't think it's the thing for me, because I've made it a long way in 2 years, 2.5 years, just lifting naturally, eating right, protein powder. that's probably the best way in my opinion, because why would I want to put something synthetic in my body? I mean, I don't have a problem for all the people that do it. I mean, I respect them, like Arnold, all those people. But I mean, just at this age, especially at 16, it would totally ruin my body. It would trash it, and I have a lot of goals in life, so I'm not really trying to ruin it this young. But once again, I respect all the people that are on it. I don't have a problem with it if you do it, but just know it's not for me. Okay, so this is gonna be my 8th question now, and it's asking, how big are my arms? Well, I'm not gonna give an actual person who asked this, because I don't know why. A lot of people ask me it. I personally don't see it. I'm always looking at them in the mirror like they're not big or something. I don't know. That's just me. But I don't know. I don't measure them often. The last time I measured them, they were about like 16.3 inches. I don't know if they've grown more than that, but yeah, I have to tell you a little story. Back then when I started, all I did was just lift with my right arm. Literally just curling with my right arm. That's all I did. Just literally lift with my right arm, preacher curl with my right arm, dumbbell curl with my right arm. I have no idea what was going through my mind, but probably one of my biggest regrets, but now I know. Now I know better than that. Because I thought everything else would come in, but I found out that that wasn't the case. Okay, so this is my 9th question, and it is, did weightlifting stunt my growth? Alright, so that's a funny story right there. Back when I was 14, the doctors told me that I was going to stop growing at 5'4", and I was like, ooh, that's bad. It's kind of short. But then this was when I started lifting. They didn't really know I was lifting, so I didn't want to tell them. Then I started lifting and continuing, and I go to the doctor again, and it turns out I grew to 5'7". I may not be the biggest height ever, I know that, but still, I mean, that's still 3 inches I grew, and so that's not bad at all. So, I mean, I can't complain. I wear it proudly, I love it, so. Alright, so my 10th question is going to come from a Dalton, and he's asking me, what are my maxes? Alright, so maxing is not a word I really like to use in the gym, because I'm still young, 16, and I know that maxing, if I tend to do a lot of maxing, and I know the football team and all the football players, they love maxing. That's their thing. I respect that, but it's not my thing, because I follow more of the bodybuilding approach, just tearing up the muscle, like hypertrophy, the full stretch of it. So I know if I start doing maxes a lot, I risk the injury of my rotator cuff, my shoulders, tearing my pec, nothing. Nah, it's not really something I do, but if I do max, my bench is 225, my squat is 245, and my deadlift is 335. Okay, so my last question is going to be, what is my diet and how much cardio per day I do and per week? And this is coming from a Kevin. Alright, so my diet, I'm going to be real with y'all. It's not really, like back then, to bulk up, it was not the greatest of things. I mean, I ate a lot of homemade meals because I cook a lot of my stuff. But my mom also cooks a lot of my stuff. And honestly, I thank my mom for everything, because she's pushed me in my life. She's the one supported me since day one. Without her, bro, I wouldn't have none of this. I wouldn't be who I am right now. I probably wouldn't even be alive, because she helped me through so much in my life. But yeah, just homemade meals, and no sodas. I cut that out. No junk food at all, even on my cheat days. But the one thing I did eat a lot, and I kind of regret, is pizza. I ate about 2 boxes of pizza one sitting, 2 times a week. That's kind of a lot, but I mean, I really didn't have all those huge meals, like those huge ass meals that they always have, like the professional bodybuilders, all those fitness people. But you know, it made me gain some valuable size, I mean, if you could call it. But then after like a few months, I decided to cut it out, and then I started cutting for this summer because I want to have that beach body, feel me? But I mean, now I'm eating like rice, like in small dosages, or chicken, lean meats, just stuff like that. I mean, I can't really list all of them because it's just a long long list. Maybe in a future video I'll have a whole video about my nowadays diet. And cardio per day, well, back then cardio was almost non-existent. I mean, I just never did it. It wasn't something that really like clicked in my brain that I had to do. So until now that I'm cutting, I want to like get more veins, I want to lose body fat. So I rotate on and off depending on what I eat. I'll do 30 minutes. Like if I eat a huge meal, I'll do 30 minutes of Stairmaster. If I eat a little bit, I'll do 10 minutes walking before and 10 minutes walking right after the workout. But I mean, like, indirect cardio that I've been doing is basically walking to the gym every day. I walk there and back, and that's about 30 minutes because, of course, I don't have a car right now. So I'm just hoping on that, so I have to keep doing that walking. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to go. So, you know, that's the grind right there. And per week, I do it about 4 times per week. Alright, so that was my last question, and I hope that you could like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd really appreciate it. And I also have a Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for all of you asking what it is. I have it linked in the description below, so if you want to go give those a follow or any of that, I would really appreciate it again. So thank you all for tuning into this video, and I'll be sure to keep y'all posted. Alright, take care.